I've been making books for a long time, and when I made the invention of Hugo Cabret and Wonderstruck and the Marvels, these big illustrated books, I felt like I learned a lot about how words and pictures work together. I had the amazing opportunity to illustrate new covers for the 20th anniversary of the Harry Potter books. And even that, I looked at all 7 books as a single image so that I could tell all of the story of Harry Potter in one drawing. So when you line up the covers, they make the full story of Harry Potter. So I've been thinking a lot about how pictures work, how we tell stories, and what happens in that magical intersection between words and images. And so when I began to work on La Quercia and was thinking about these poems that Walt Whitman had written, I wanted to find a way to illustrate them that would be unusual, but would also work for these poems and only for these poems. And I heard about these poems from a mentor of mine named Maurice Sendak, who made the book Where the Wild Things Are. And Maurice told me that poetry should not be illustrated. Poems exist between the poem and the reader. He said pictures would get in the way. But for this book, I wanted to have pictures as a part of it. So that's why when you look at the book, the beginning of the book, the first 100 pages, is just images. And then you put the poems after the images, and then more images follow those. So the poems themselves are not illustrated. They exist on their own, but the pictures form a kind of framework or a lens through which we see them. And so I learned a lot more making this book in a new way, thinking about how words and pictures work together.